Hi, this is Victor Cruz, Super Bowl champion New York Giants, and I got to get my ICTV.
Hello and welcome back to Inside Iona after a long winter break. I'm Kyle Burke.
And I'm Liz Mary Burnell.
It's great to be back here in the studio bringing you the latest from Iona's campus.
Well, without any further ado, let's see what's going on inside Iona.
Hundreds of Iona students danced the night away, literally. It was for a good cause.
Iona students, faculty, and staff got hot in the kitchen for the first ever Iron Chef Cook-Off competition. Stay tuned to find out who won.
Senior Ignacio Maganto is drafted by the LA Galaxy in the first round. He is the first ever Iona player to be drafted to Major League Soccer.
And Maral Kathwari shines the spotlight on entertainment news.
All this and more, even some candid conversation with President Nair in this episode of Inside Iona. There was a big crowd of Gales in the Mulcahy Gym on January 29th to boogie down for a good cause. Ionathon is a competition to see who can dance the longest while raising money and awareness for a local children's hospital that treats seriously ill and injured children. The Iona community managed to raise a little over $15,000. ICTV's Matt Ricker has the story.
Hi, I'm Matt Ricker here at the Heinz Athletic Center at the inaugural dance fundraiser for the Maria Ferreri's Children's Hospital in Valhalla, New York. The hospital provides life-saving services to children and their families, many of which are offered nowhere else in the region. I spoke with Maria Fleur and her son, Frankie, about his life-changing treatment at the hospital. What does it mean for the Iona community doing this event?
It actually means the world. It means the world. It is amazing how beautiful people can be to come out and take their time out and their money out of their pocketbooks when things are tight for everybody around and, help the kids, because there's a lot of them that need care, and it's just a beautiful thing.
All this stuff that's happening to me and how I'm going to be able to help all these kids in the future makes me glad that it was me who got attacked by the dog and not anyone else, so I could take advantage of this to help any other kids after me.
For ICTV, I'm Matt Ricker.
Chartwell's Dining Services hosted the first Iron Chef Cook-Off in the Vintanza Commons on January 29th. The competition featured 3 teams. A team from the Hagen School of Business, led by Dean Caluso, a team from the School of Arts and Science, led by Dean Ghosh, and a team from athletics, led by the athletic director, Rick Cole. The audience got a taste of the cooking, and the chef's hat went to the Schools of Arts and Science.
Oh, it was fun. I hope we do it more. It's a great team effort. Students were there, and I've been lucky to win, but to win is a win. Both the students and faculty who were in my team happen to be mass comm department chair, and we have 2 students. One is a graduate and undergraduate, and another one is undergraduate students. I never seen such an energy.
What kind of food did you cook?
It kind of international. We have Asian and American mixed. We have dessert, American. We have appetizer, American, but the entree was Indian. We had chicken korma.
Blizzard Juno swept through the northeast. It wasn't as bad in our region as predicted, but schools still closed throughout the area. ICTV wanted to find out how Iona students spent their snow day. Take a look.
I'm going to be writing up my lab report and doing my international law research.
How are you spending your snow day?
Sleep.
Inside watching Netflix.
We're going sledding!
We're gonna have a snowball fight, go sledding, have fun with friends.
I just got deli mart, got a sausage, egg, and cheese. Now I'm gonna have a hot date with Netflix in bed all day.
Well, we got this icicle. I think it's best for sword fighting.
Well, my internship was canceled, so got a day off and I'm spending it working.
I hope everybody enjoyed the snow day. We certainly did. And look forward to seeing you all back on campus soon. Go Gales.
Valentine's Day is almost here, and my personal favorite. This means big business for Hallmark, florists, and candy companies. Our own Cassie Lina decided to play Cupid and offered our microphone for Valentine's shoutouts. Take a look.
Hi, I'm Cassie Lina, back on Iona's campus for the spring semester. With Valentine's Day quickly approaching, I'm asking my fellow Gales to give a shout out to their Valentine.
I just want to give a shout out to Dr. Boyd for being my Valentine. Happy Valentine's Day, I love you.
Hi, I'm Lauren. I'm making a shout out to my Valentine, my boyfriend Jordan.
Hi, my name is Kristen Turner, and I'd like to give a shout out to my Valentine, Kelsey Long.
My name is Kelsey Long, and I'd like to give a shout out to my Valentine, Oscar Gonzalez. Happy Valentine's Day.
Hi, my name's Kira. I'd just like to give a shout out to my Valentine, Jeff, and to Sweet 25.
Hi, my name's Emily, and I want to make a shout out to my Valentine, Gisela. She's right here. She's the most natural thing ever, and I love her to death.
And now it's time for your Iona Gales Sports Report with me, Ian Sachs. The Iona men's basketball team sits alone atop the MAC standings with a 9-2 record in conference play. The Gales have won 8 of their last 9 games, with the most recent victory coming in an overtime thriller at home on January 31st. Iona prevailed 68-61 over St. Peter's. Despite scoring a season-low point total, Iona came away with this hard-fought victory and remained perfect at home this season. The dynamic duo of A.J. English and David Lowry led the way with 21 points and 18 points respectively. Both of them rank in the top 10 in the NCAA for scoring, averaging more than 20 points a game, and making Iona the only school with 2 top 10 scorers. In the preceding game, the Maroon and Gold took part in a historic afternoon at Madison Square Garden. On January 25th, the Gales topped Niagara 87-64. But before these MAC rivals took the floor, Duke's Mike Krzyzewski became the first Division I men's basketball head coach to win 1,000 games as the Blue Devils defeated St. John's 77-68. But switching back to the Iona Gales, it was English and Lowry who did it again. English tallied a game-high 25 points and grabbed 8 rebounds. Lowry amassed 24 points, 8 boards, and 6 assists.
And if you want to leave a lasting impression, just play with energy, and the two of them played with energy and helped lead the rest of the players on our team to a great win.
As the men's basketball team has been excelling, the women's basketball squad ended its 2-game skid with a 60-41 win over Manhattan on February 5th. Iona closed the game on a 15-2 run. Joy Adams put together a double-double with 16 points and 19 rebounds. Aaliyah Robinson notched a game-high 18 points, and D'Amica Martinez continues to inch closer to becoming the MAC all-time leading scorer as she dropped 11 points. She now has 2,399 career points and sits 69 points away from holding the conference record. With the win, Iona improves to 9-4 in the MAC. Prior to this win, the Gales ran into Marist, the 9-time defending MAC champion, on January 31st. The Red Foxes prevailed 63-58. Iona led 51-50 with 6:33 remaining in the game. Adams had a monster game, compiling 23 points and 24 rebounds, and Martinez poured in 19 points. In other news, men's soccer senior forward Ignacio Maganto is making his way to the pros. On January 15th, he was selected by the Los Angeles Galaxy in the Major League Soccer Super Draft. The Spaniard is the first Gale ever to be drafted. He was the last pick of the first round, coming in as the 21st overall selection. Maganto ranks 3rd in school history in points, 4th in goals, and 6th in assists, and was named the 2014 MAC Offensive Player of the Year. The Galaxy is at the top of the MLS as the franchise won its 5th MLS Cup last season. With your Iona Gales Sports Report, I'm Ian Sachs.
The Iona community gathered for a pre-demolition event at the Mirage Diner site. It was to celebrate the future residence hall that will be there once the diner disappears. President Nair took the microphone to talk about the significance of the new dorms. Those in attendance signed their names on the windows of the diner and were treated to hot chocolate and cookies provided by the food truck.
This new residence hall was formed by you, by your input, and we're excited for what's about to happen. So while we say goodbye to our beloved diner, soon we're going to say welcome to a new home.
Just before Christmas, I sat down with President Nair for a one-on-one interview. Besides the state of the college, he also shared some personal information about his life before Iona. Not many people know that he struggled to overcome a speech impediment. Here's his story. Can you talk about what it was like for you growing up as a child with a speech disorder?
Right, so I stuttered severely as a child and as a young adult, and I would pray at night about how to find a job or a career that didn't require you to speak. And this is pre-computer boom, right? So I'd move through life, and it seemed like everybody had to speak to one another to move through life. And I worried constantly that I wouldn't be employable. And I rarely spoke because it was so difficult for me. And in school, as a consequence of that, I would rarely ever ask questions. So if I didn't understand the instructions or didn't understand the point that was being made, I would remain silent. And as a consequence of that, I began to struggle academically. And Public Law 94-142 came into effect, which is what required public schools to offer special education. And I qualified for speech services in a clinic much like this one that we just opened, and began receiving speech language services.
I mean, I can relate to you because in elementary school and middle school, I also took part in speech services and occupational therapy as well. So.
And now you're on TV talking all the time, right? So it seemed to work pretty well for you.
It has. To watch my entire 2-part interview with President Nair, visit our YouTube page at ICTV Gales.
Let's turn it over to Maral Kathwari with entertainment news.
Thanks, Kyle and Liz Mary. It's great to be back, Gales, and it's been better when there's tons of entertainment news to tell. The Gales Activity Board arranged for vocalist Mitch Clark to stop by campus and perform for students. The singer's visit turned out to be a huge success, and students stayed the whole night to interact with the star and get their pictures taken with him. Iona's own Sanford & Sons, featuring JC Polonia and Sanford Alexander, opened up for the singer, proving that our Gales have talent too. Auditions for The Glass Menagerie by Tennessee Williams have kicked off. Professor Donorama in the Department of Fine and Performing Arts is inviting students to audition and be a part of the spring semester production. Super Bowl 49 kicked off with Broadway sensation Idina Menzel, who sang a beautiful rendition of America's national anthem. The halftime show featured artist Katy Perry, who put on an extravagant show and brought guitarist Lenny Kravitz and hip-hop sensation Missy Elliott on stage to perform with her.
You know, I think Katy Perry was really good. I was surprised to see Missy Elliott. I didn't know that she was coming on, but really Katy Perry sold it. She put on all of her hits, and I think she did a great job, and it was a great game.
Halftime show was amazing. Katy Perry absolutely slayed the show, and when she had Missy Elliott, oh my God, huge throwback. I loved it. It was amazing.
All of the the colors, the artistry was really good, and surprised Missy Elliott. I was not expecting that, and it was so much fun. It was a really cool throwback.
Reality TV star Bruce Jenner confirmed to People magazine that he will begin his transformation into a woman. His changing look has been a much buzzed about topic in entertainment the past few months. ABC confirmed that the former Olympian will sit down with NBC's Diane Sawyer to discuss his transition from male to female. Iona College students have strong reactions about the star's lifestyle change.
I feel like it's his decision what he wants to do, and it's great that he wants to find himself.
I mean, when I first heard about it, I mean, I was a little surprised, but then again, it's his choice. I don't know too much about him, so, I mean, I think it's all about choice, and if that's what he really wants, and that's what you feel comfortable with, then,
I think that it's great that he feels that way, and that if he wants to do that, that's his business, and it's great.
That's it for this week's entertainment news. I'm Ral Kathwari. Back to you, Kyle and Liz Mary.
Associate Dean of Arts and Science, Dr. Paul Baudin, is leaving Iona February 6th for a new job. He'll be the Dean of Instruction at SUNY Suffolk on Long Island. He's a former Gale, graduating in 1982 with a Bachelor's Arts degree in Education. He went on to get his Master's in Education and a PhD in Language, Literacy, and Learning, along with an advanced diploma in Administration and Supervision. For the past 6 years, he was an education professor, then appointed Associate Dean in May 2013.
Both Paul and I studied at the same time. He helped me tremendously for my learning curve. And we were a team player, and he was a great asset for the school as well as the college, so he will be missed terribly. However, we wish him all the best because it is professional growth-wise. It's very important to him that he take this responsibility.
An interim associate dean will be named immediately after Baudin leaves. A permanent replacement will then be appointed.
To commemorate Martin Luther King Jr. Day, the Iona community celebrated his life and legacy at an event on January 21st in Spellman's Brook Lounge. ICTV's Anthony Carlo was there.
47 years after the death of Martin Luther King Jr., his words are still resonating throughout communities across the nation, like this one. Hi, I'm Anthony Carlo on the campus of Iona College, where students are recognizing the impact that the life of one man is still making, and the words of someone whose dream continues to live on.
I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up, live out the true meaning of its creed.
A Baptist minister and civil rights leader, Dr. King played a crucial part in ending legal segregation of African Americans in the South and continues to play a crucial role in society today.
I have a dream
that one day on the red hills of Georgia,
the sons of former slaves and the sons of former slave owners
will be able to sit down together at the table of brotherhood.
I have a dream.
I have a dream that my 4 little children
will one day live in a nation
where they will not be judged
by the color of their skin,
but by the content of their character.
I have a dream today.
I have a dream
that one day
little black boys and black girls will be able to join hands
with little white boys and white girls.
According to students at Iona, Martin Luther King Day may be one of the most important days off from school they will ever have.
He was passionate about this movement, and from there we gained his passion. And it's like we are enabled to move from day to day, knowing that, you know what, it may not all be over, but we have come a long way from where we were at one point.
It's amazing to see social justice in action. Dr. King, when you think social justice, you always think Dr. King and what he's done for the country and for the world in general.
Senior Director of the Center for Student Success, Brother Kevin Devlin, is happy that his students are living examples of the work of Dr. King.
Dr. Martin Luther King really still lives in our hearts, lives in America, and as we see his words there, and as we see all those people begin to take his I Have a Dream speech, we begin to know that the mantle has been passed on to us. We are the people now. I have great joy today because I see so many of our students replicating what he dreamed of.
Those famous words, I have a dream, continue to be exemplified through the lives of many individuals. Reporting from Iona College, I'm Anthony Carlo.
Well, that's it for this episode of Inside Iona.
Don't forget to visit our Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube pages to stay current with what's happening at the college.
And a special thanks to everyone here in the studio for our digital production workshop and helping us to create this episode.
We're already working on our next episode, a story about the mission trip to India over winter break. We'll have that and lots more. For all of us at ICTV, I'm Kyle Byrne.
And I'm Liz Mary Burnell.
See you next time.